Hey everyone, welcome back to How to Play Heavy. Today we're going to be discussing how to fight more than one class at a time. Throughout the course of this video we'll be talking about the odds of winning a fight when you're outnumbered, what would change if you're in that same fight with a medic, and of course, who you should target when you got an uber charge. So first things first, you are all alone. No teammates for miles. Well, maybe not miles, but you know what I mean. You see a bunch of enemies running towards you. Do you flee, or do you fight? Well, the first thing you should do is identify the hostiles. Try to spot out what classes are hunting you down. Obviously the stronger classes will be harder to kill, so if there are many high DPS classes, book it home. No sense in dying for no reason. But if it's all like scouts, then hold up a fight. You can probably kill them. More likely than not, it'll be some combination of these. So I like to use the health system. The health system is a general guide for how the fight will turn out. The first step in the health system is to tally up all the health of the enemies coming towards you. If it is above 400 to 450 HP, then you will most likely lose that fight. Whether it's due to having too many people or just having a couple strong classes. By no means is this perfect, but it is usually accurate. So back to that example. You notice that it is a scout, soldier, and a demo man. Quickly in your head you add all the health together. 125 plus 200 plus 175. It equates to 500. So taking them all on at the same time would probably not be the best idea. So I would recommend to retreat and pick off anyone that happens to give chase. Of course, this thing has so many variables. Like, it depends on their current health, their skill level, your current health, and your skill level. So there are too many variables to have a set-in-stone law of what to do and what not to do. So use your best judgment and hope for the best. Now that is one of the simplest examples, but as we all know, TF2 has medics. Although rare, they do exist. So if an enemy team has a medic, you should do your best to find out what minigun is being used against you, and see if you can win. If it is a quick fix, I highly recommend retreating, as they could easily have an uber ready to pop just for you. Once you retreat, add up their health, including the medic, and if that number is lower than 300, 350, you have a chance. Remember that a medic will be healing at least one target, so they probably have a higher HP than usual. So that has a lot of variables. But, like I said, if it is less than 300, you should be okay. Also, do not factor in overheal, just ignore that for right now. Just don't put that in your calculations. Like, in the fight, you should know that overheal's there, but you shouldn't do that in the calculations. An example would be a pocket soldier versus you. The soldier has 200 HP and the medic has 150, so added together it's 350. This is cutting it close, but it is in the realm of possibility. If there was another class involved, you would probably end up losing. So let's even the playing field. Let's get you a medic. Now when using the health system, raise that initial bar back up to 600 to 650. But if they also have a medic, then lower that back down to 450 to 500. It also depends what medigun is being used by your medic. Anything other than a vaccinator will suffice in most situations. So let's say it's a medic, scout, soldier. 475 HP total, versus you and a medic. This is lower than your 450 to 500 range, so you most likely will win. This has even more variables than before, as it now depends on your health, your medic's health, their health, and what miniguns are in play. Also the skill level of all the players. So like I said earlier, use your best judgment. I honestly don't have a clear-cut formula, just a very light guide. To be clear, the health system is based off my personal experience, not any fact. I simply noticed this and I have absolutely no way of backing it up. It just kind of works as a basis. This is kind of, for me, like when you do a math problem wrong, and you get the right answer in the end, but you have no way to support it. That's like the health system. It works, I just can't explain why, it just kinda does. But I do recommend this anyway, as it is surprisingly accurate. Now onto something that is fact and widely known in the competitive scene. It's targeting classes. On an uber charge, you don't have long to kill everyone, so start with the highest of value and work your way down. That way, if it ends earlier than you would have liked, it can still be mildly successful. The first section is the prime real estate. You want to get at least one of these with an uber, otherwise I would consider it a bad uber. First is the medics. Killing him results in the loss of their uber, which is very good. Doing this can single-handedly win you the game. So, he is going to be very hard to kill as their team does not want that to happen. They're going to guard him with their life. But if he is open, crack some shots at him. Try and take him down if you can. The second in command can be interchanged with medics depending on the game, but it is the engineer and his sentry gun, as a heavy can kill him without an uber, but the rest of the team may not be able to. So it helps out the rest of your team for later situations. The third section is pyros. I would only consider them a threat after you initially popped, as they can airblast your medic away from you. This causes numerous problems and is relatively annoying. I certainly would not pop to kill a single pyro, but I would definitely kill them before the power classes. The fourth will be your power classes. Heavy, soldier, demo, really whatever is your biggest threat to you after the initial uber ends. Say if you're standing on a ton of stickies while ubered, try to get that demo before it ends, or you may be in a world of pain. The fifth category would be the supports, like spies and snipers. They certainly can cause issues later down the road, so if you get a chance, take them out with an uber. The final section is scouts. These guys are really good for flanking, but you can wipe them flat without an Uber. So do not prioritize these guys. If they're there, kill them, but honestly, if there's anyone else, kill them first. Now, a perfect Uber would mean killing everyone, but that simply can't happen by yourself. But with a team, the dream is possible. The thing I wanted you to take away from this video is that a heavy may be good and useful, but he needs his team. He cannot fight these little baby men alone. However, it is quite often that you will play alone, at least in pubs. So I kind of wanted to give my 2 cents on how you can help yourself. Personally, not being able to help yourself is one of the greatest annoyances as a heavy. So, hopefully you guys found this useful or at least entertaining. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a swell day. Peace out.